How we doing, world? This is the BCS. It's Saturday, baby. The Parlay Show in the house. We are up and moving. Got the fellas in here. The weekend is upon us. Got some great action. Nice little Final Four from the women in the NCAA yesterday, and then we got the men's, of course, tonight, and more to follow. So let's get ready to hop into it. This is the BCS Parlay Show. How we feeling out there, guys? Let us know in the chat. It's the BCS, and we got the fellas in the house. Let's do a quick around the room. North Glenn's finest, of course. Sach is in the house. Sach, how we feeling today?
Excited to have these March Madness games finally start rolling tonight. UConn women's, the play that we had, that ended up hitting last night in a nail biter and a controversial call. That seems like, but no. I'm just, ready to watch these games today. I think these are pretty much like the biggest news for Saturday. I think 4 NBA games today, only one in particular. I think that really has like some movement, but no, feel good. Glad to see you boys. Glad to have the parlay, see what we can cook up.
Absolutely. And of course we got Big E himself. E, how we doing?
Good, outstanding. Ladies teed it up for us last night, getting into the men's today. And, of course, you wind it up with Rocket WrestleMania, man. I mean, this is the perfect Saturday. Might be a WrestleMania parlay pick. You thought Witt was weird with the horses. So we'll see. But
absolutely. I was going to, before we hop into the goodness of it and give out the parlay and everything, I just kind of wanted to ask this because I keep seeing this all around social media and everything. What do you guys think about this whole Dodgers Shohei Ohtani thing? He hit his first home run, right? And a fan caught the ball, right? And the Dodgers pretty much just ripped her off. Like, this ball probably was worth like $100K or something and everything. And it goes back to like, when Tom Brady threw a touchdown to Mike Evans, and it was like Tom Brady's one of his highest touchdowns or whatever, and Mike Evans accidentally gave the ball away to a fan, and that ball is so valuable, right? That it's the fan now who got it, so they can decide if they want to give it up or give it in for something. But I guess the Dodgers just totally swindled this lady who caught it. They gave her 2 hats, a bat, and I think a ball or whatnot. When this ball was worth a lot. It's his first ever home run at the Dodgers. I didn't know if you guys saw this story, everything, but I just keep seeing it everywhere. They're like, man, they just ripped her off and everything and whatnot. We'll start with Sa.
Yeah, I didn't even know about this. I barely saw it this morning, and I kind of just barely read into it.
It's crazy, bro. It's freaking highway robbery.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Like when it comes to like at least the baseball, like because the teams don't own the baseball. Like once it's hit in the stands, like it's whoever's ball. But
it was hers. It was her ball. That's why they were offering her stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what she offered. Maybe they gave her more. Maybe they'll give her more. Who knows what to ever believe on what they did in exchange. But if I was that lady, I wouldn't have gave the ball up. I would have kept it. I would have probably left the stadium.
But I would have ran as soon as I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your lottery ticket right there.
Yeah, good old lottery ticket. She'll be compensated maybe a little bit more, especially with the story coming out. Who knows? But yeah, it's all real weird. I don't really understand how that works, but good for the Dodgers, I guess, on getting his ball.
No, but real quick before we go to E, yeah. So they already compensated her, and I guess. It sounds sketchy. Like I keep hearing the news come out and everything, and everyone's reporting on. So yeah, she got it obviously and everything. And yes, once you get something like that, it is yours, right? They can't control that or whatnot. So what they did was they pulled her and her husband in, I guess, but they pulled them in separately, so they couldn't even negotiate together. They made it sketchy and everything, and they were saying, yeah, this ball is well over like $100K or something like that. It's his first home run as a Dodger. And they literally gave her 2 hats, a bat, and a ball, and everything. And I was like, I couldn't believe it, bro. Because if that was me, to what Sach said too, I would be at that stadium making sure people knew I had it and everything, and waiting for the offers to come in. Because think about how much you could get on just the outside of the stadium and everything. There would probably be bids on a ball like that. His first ever Dodger home run. everything. We'll go to E real quick, but it is crazy.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like Sach. I heard about it, but didn't dig in much. I was just kind of reading up as you guys were talking, but because I'm into the collectible thing, so I wouldn't imagine that $100,000 price tag on it. It's a home run. That's all it is. It's not his 500. It's not his first. It's not his 1,000. That's like hey, somebody joins a new team. Joker goes somewhere and you get the ball of his first basket. Like I think right now it's hot. Man, because it's history. By the end of the season, that ball is worth $50,000, and it'll just keep dropping, right? But they said that the 4 items they gave him were priced out at about $1,000 a piece. I mean, that's kind of cheesy. I just don't think the ball is that valuable. But you get what people will pay for it, right? But really, it's home run. It's not like those historic numbers. It's my first, my 100th, my 500. It's just a ball. I get it. It was his first time as a Dodger. And hell, Joker might be banned by the end of this season anyway. So then you could put it right there with the Pete Rose stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we all should be more mindful when we go to those things and do stuff. But if you left with a couple signed Ohtani items, that's pretty cool too, and
I'm saying
sometimes
damn well
it's not about
if you caught that thing, right? I know you're a money man, you're a negotiator. Damn well you would have been getting the top dollar for that at the time for sure.
But even like I was saying, I didn't know I didn't value that at $100,000. I might have asked for the signed bat. Let him sign the bat that he hit that home run with. I've been trying to get something still to match the historical value with it, or the jersey or something, but $100,000, man, that's, I don't know, that just seems way overpriced. But Dodgers are a big team, and you get what you can pay for it, right? You get what people will pay you for. Gosh, yeah, I don't know, that poor lady in a way. Sometimes though, another side of that, sometimes you got fans that they're diehards to the team, and they're like, yeah, this is Ohtani's ball, it's not mine. He hit it. If it means something to him, let me give it to him. And then we pound them like, oh, you got ripped off, this and that. But to them, they're like, I think I was doing the right thing more by it. Kind of like that Brady TD ball you're talking about,
Ooh,
Yeah. It was just the more, obviously the price range and everything, but the more interesting thing about the story was the way the Dodgers team went about it and ownership and whatnot, because they were saying too, stuff was coming out how they made it seem like Ohtani like met the people that caught it, right? And the people came out and they were like, yeah, that didn't happen at all. They just really talked to us, gave us this and so they were making it seem like pretty much they're getting all these goods and everything, but they really didn't. And it sounded like they got like swindled and everything as more news comes out. So that's what I thought, obviously interesting and everything. And obviously all this gambling stuff's going on with him and everything. It's just interesting.
This will probably the story will probably peer pressure the Dodgers to do more.
This is what our guy Skywalker Waka said. He said they got $2.50 and a jawbreaker pretty much for the ball. Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's what I'm saying. Like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't really believe that. Because I just think of like I don't know. And I guess they really realized the situation. But like I was telling Sach, that's like your lottery ticket.
Yeah, that was like the lottery ticket.
Yeah, like, dang, make me and outside of to what I was getting at too, especially and I know E knows about that, outside of like the organization of the Dodgers and everything, I can guarantee there would be some bids of that on eBay, maybe some famous people that might want that ball, everything like that. That's just what it, and then it was like right after she caught it, obviously they snagged her and was like, hey, we'll offer you this, like, take some time to think about something like that. Think about what just happened. But nonetheless, I just thought it was very interesting. Obviously, there's a lot going on with the Dodgers right now.
Yeah, you send out a you don't have to meet them per se, but you send out a hat, you send out a jersey signed by Ohtani, Mookie Betts. I mean, that whole lineup is stacked.
Right.
If you had the dugout sign an item, you turn the ball over, you got that. You either frame it or you sell that, and the value is kind of there. Man, they nickel and dime Turdo. It seemed like I'll give you that much. It's kind of like here, hey, somebody run to the fucking gift shop, grab 2 hats and a T-shirt.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
It's like, can we at least get a couple tickets? Can Otani come up here and shake our hands? You know, like what the hell?
Yeah. You can need the interpreter.
Otani was trying to get that bet in. He didn't have time to go.
Yeah. And
he said, "Well, at least what are the odds that I get my ball back?"
Good one.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll kind of get back into more stuff come out about that, and obviously everything else that's going on over there. My pick will definitely be a little interesting for today, as to deal with that and everything. So we'll see. But let's get into what the people want to see. Why the people are here. It's Saturday, guys. It's the weekend. We're doing great. Sports are pretty neat right now. Let's hop into the parlay of the weekend. What is good, baby? It's the BCS. It is Saturday. This is our parlay edition, baby. The fellas are in here, and we're locked and loaded for today. We've been going so close on multiple weeks. It's always the one leg. It's always seems to be that last leg that just kills us. So we get locked and loaded. No Wit today. It looks like no one's heard from him and whatnot, but we know how it is. We'll just put the signal out, and when you put the signal out, he appears. So we'll get that up and running. But let's get this thing going. This is why the people are here. We'll start with Saj.
Okay, so my first or my only play today, I'm gonna go. This game means a lot. I'm gonna go in the Cavaliers and Lakers game. Cavaliers are in 3rd place right now in the East. They're 1 win out of 2nd place, and they're 2 wins away from dropping all the way to 6 or 7. So Lakers are obviously in the same position too. They can even sneak up into the 6th spot, or they can drop to the 9th or 10th spot. But that's the reason why I'm staying in this game. So I'm gonna go with Evan Mobley over 14.5 points at -110. He's hit this line in he's hit this in 4 straight games, scoring 20 plus in all of those 4. He's playing about 30 minutes every single night. He played 36 minutes the other night against the Suns, hit 20 points. Lakers are the 26th ranked team against power forward points. Evan Mobley's listed as a center, but in that lineup, he's pretty much their power forward. You got Jarrett Allen as the center. So I like Evan Mobley to just continue, only 15 points, and he's scoring 20 plus in 4 straight. In the head-to-head matchup against the Lakers earlier in the year, he had 18. So I love this play. This will probably be a 2-unit play for me. I bet him when they played the Suns, it was at the same line, and he hit. So I'm going to just roll that over. And obviously it's an early game, so the defense might be a little lackadaisical. You know how those games are. E always talks about it. So, yeah, give me Evan Mobley over 14.5 points is my play. I love this one. In a meaningful game, so you don't got to worry about minutes being 20. Like, this is a meaningful game where both teams can go up and down quick.
Nice. I thought you guys for sure would be in on this Final Four, so I stayed away. I'm going to MLB, and for me, it's going to be Texas Rangers over 4.5 team total. That's -120. They dropped 10 on the Rangers. I'm sorry, on the Astros last night. They've been scoring in bunches, and I think they just right now they're seeing pumpkins instead of baseballs. So give me that. They got Francis going out there, plus their guy John Gray, who gave up 12 runs his last start. Rangers are going to have to be scoring to make this competitive. So, but I think that's pretty much the slam dunk here. They're just hot right now, and so anytime you can ride a hot team, hot scoring team, get them, and you still get it at -120. So, I like the Rangers over their team total today.
100%. Yeah, I was looking at everything too. Obviously, NCAA Final Fours tonight and everything. Looking forward to watching some of the matchups and everything. Might have a couple single plays on that one, but right now, just kind of staying away from it. I didn't really know which side to go with that one. The teams here, it's almost like these teams. It's like you want to see these games being played and everything, but the matchup wise, I really don't know what's gonna happen with everything. especially, you look at NC State, Purdue, and everything. These teams haven't really faced each other, and not. So we'll see what happens tonight. Definitely going to be a good watch and everything. So kind of stayed away from there. Also, I just stayed away from the
There
NBA.
you go, Marty Marr.
Oh yeah,
The
Marty
Rangers.
Marr loves his Rangers, huh?
stayed
Closet
away.
Ranger fan coming out.
Completely stayed away from the NBA as well. I'm kind of leaning towards where he's at too. I'm kind of just bringing up the playoffs and everything. Obviously, we'll get player props out to you guys and everything each day, Monday through Friday, but staying away mostly from the spreads and everything now. You never know what can happen, but I'm going to go with the MLB too, E. I really am. And I'm going to go in the Dodgers-Cubs game. They just faced off yesterday. Well, the Cubs won 9-7 and everything, so it was a pretty high-scoring game, a lot of runs and everything. So I'm going to take the over 7.5 right there for total runs and everything. Over 7.5 minus 20, minus 125. I really like it. It was a competitive game yesterday and everything. Dodgers right now sitting at minus 1.5, but the Cubs got the good side out of them today. So I think the Dodgers are definitely going to come to play today, try to secure a win, but the Cubs aren't going to back down. Give me over 7.5 total runs at minus 125. We'll take that one and get going.
Yeah, one sec. Let me go ahead and find this. I'm trying to find the MLB one. Dodgers Cubs though, Z. This is your first MLB pick of the year, right?
Yeah, first MLB pick. I'm looking forward to it. I'll go back because we kind of shied away from this. Obviously, the MLB just started, but I remember being on base with E. And E, this when I was over in the Space Force area, and you were back over obviously on the other side of the gate. But I remember us messaging on Facebook and everything when MLB got it going, and we were taking all these run lines, everything like that, and whatnot. And I was like, damn, the run lines are kind of nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
everything. So
for sure.
I like this one, but I really like this one a lot. Obviously, it was 9-7 in the last game and everything, and I think the Dodgers are going to come to play today.
Yeah, they got Yamamoto on the mound today too. Yeah, Dodgers got Yamamoto. Houston Astros. You're Astros Rangers, right, E? Sorry, I'm trying to find these.
Yeah, I'm the team total. Rangers, so their team
Rangers
total over 4.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Texas Rangers team total runs over 4.5. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm on the second book right now. I'm trying to make sure to see if these are what the.
Okay. Yeah, you're good.
Let us know in the comments and chat room, guys, what you're on today, what you're liking today. But we're getting this 3-leg parlay out to you guys. Sasha's grinding some numbers. But give us some comments, who you're liking today. Which games are you most interested today, of course.
Okay, here we go. I got it. Oh, go ahead, E. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, we've been hitting the 3 legs. Unfortunately, they've been 4-leg parlays. So maybe this is it.
You got to get the 3. Yeah. Sometimes you got to just bring one game in.
Yeah.
I kind of like a little MLB action. This will be new.
Yeah.
But just to break it down for the people, the live listeners, we have my first play or my play, Evan Mobley over 14.5 points. Then we got Big E with Texas Rangers over 4.5 team total runs. And then we got ZJ's pick of Dodgers Cubs over 7.5 total runs. Did it on 2 books, but you can get it best on FanDuel right now. That 3-leg parlay comes out to plus 501. So not bad for a 3-leg parlay at all.
Yeah. Nice little piece. Put a little sprinkle on it, ladies and gents. Of course, we don't like full units on any of these parlays we give out to you. We just like to sprinkle it and everything. Obviously, our unit plays are our single plays. Those are the ones we strongly have and everything, and been off and rolling. But yeah, this is a nice little 3-legger for you guys. Like we said, no wit today. So, hey, 3 legs coming out your way. Plus 550, what Sach was saying. Let's get it off and rolling.
Who's got lead off?
I think, let me see. I got lead off, 130. Okay, there we go. Let me try lead off. I think E's like, what are you, E, on lead off? You gotta have a good lead off record.
Yeah, I missed twice. So whatever we've been doing, I missed twice. But
only 2 of your picks.
ZJ sits well in the cleanup. I missed 2 Saturday plays, since we've been doing this.
Yo, I don't remember the last time I've lost the Saturday play. Do you guys? I think I'm on like a 4-0 streak.
You might be pretty up there.
Not that I even paid attention to last week because the leadoff was gone, so I didn't even look at it until Whit.
I mean, the leadoff should have been in cleanup.
I'm not even saying it.
No,
as
I got
a needle.
I'm saying we're if you look at this as like a baseball thing, right? As the manager, we just didn't have the lineup set. The leadoff, our leadoff guy he's normally our cleanup guy. We didn't have him in the right position, so nobody on base. Leadoff just didn't come through. He didn't. I coached CJ in softball. He was good at the cleanup. He'd hit it all the way to the hospital building. I couldn't have him leading off. He didn't. There was nothing there. But you put runners on base, CJ comes through.
Were you really the softball coach?
You would. Yeah, softball was fun.
Wait, you were coaching CJ?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell?
He was a diva back then.
That's so
too,
weird. What the fuck?
Hey.
Are you serious? I didn't know that. What was it? Did he dress in like the manager uniform, like how they do in the MLB? Did he head?
No, he was he was great. Yeah, he had me out there, and I was the outfielder, Sach. I was just running around. No, here's a quick story.
Go
ahead, E.
Go ahead.
So quick story.
Go ahead.
Quick story I want to throw out there. Yeah, obviously myself, E, we met in the military, everything, Schriever Air Force Base out there. Playing softball, basketball, doing everything. And he was coaching the softball team. And we had he's a retired senior master sergeant, been in the game, seen kind of different generations of the game, of the military and everything. So he's like old school military, like, hey, get shit together type military. But then he kind of, right, he was around to see like the other generation a little more softer and everything, I would say. So we were playing, and he's starting the lineup every game. He's writing down the lineups, everything, where he wants to put people. And we had this first sergeant. I won't put any names out there or anything. That was like my first sergeant at the time. And he used to be a first sergeant, so he knew how it was. He comes in and pretty much benches this first sergeant, right? Dude doesn't even step out on the field or anything. Dude's a first sergeant, doesn't even step out on the field. And then, we're playing a game or something. Something ended up happening, and he's out there pretty much like talking to the other team and talking to us. He's like, no, forget those guys. F those guys. We don't need those guys. F those guys. And the first sergeant comes in and he's like, Eric, a little decorum, please. A little decorum. This first sergeant's telling Eric that, the retired senior master sergeant, prior first sergeant, and he's like, yeah, fuck that. He was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Because back in the tough military that but I just remember that he not playing this first sergeant, and then he had the balls to talk to E like that, and he was just like, yeah, forget that. But
it all happened so fast. But
is the first sergeant like higher? Was that high?
He's kind of like the principal for the unit.
Yeah.
If you think about a school,
and you just benched him like that,
he ain't seen the field. And then he left out the better part. He started, and then he wasn't playing, so he was a third base coach. I had to pull him, put him on first. No, you're not on third base, man.
You're not on third. That's you, huh? Isn't that you?
That's for ballers, man. You can't be out. You're first base coach. But it all happened so fast, I don't really remember a lot about it. But it was good. But I did coach ZJ, and I would wear a shirtless hoodie, a sleeveless hoodie. That was my outfit with some shorts and cleats.
I could kind of see that. I could see E like rocking like the Bill Belichick, like just the gray hoodie.
Was, bro. He was.
The gray hoodie, the sleeves are all ripped up. Like he just cut him at home.
So then
cuts him a little low.
Somebody on our team strike out. They walk into the dugout. I'm standing at the entrance. I got to let them know they are pitching underhand, aren't they? All right, I'm just checking.
Yeah.
Let's go. But ZJ was a baller. He hit a home run. The Med group was on the other end of the fence, and he would hit that shit all the way to the Med group. ZJ, I can't clown him. He was our outfielder. He was quick. Yeah,
I would send that bitch yard, Sach.
Oh, I know.
It was fun. It was fun, man. Softball was that's the one thing I
Okay.
miss. Like,
Yeah. So Skywalker.
You guys know
Here
him?
we go.
You guys know him?
Now I know who this guy is. So this guy was also our first baseman.
Who's
And he's
Skywalker?
trying to clown me. Yeah, he's trying to clown me because, one time the wheels were there, Sach, but sometimes you get a little older, the tires aren't where they need to be. I did kind of stumble around second base. But he was my first baseman who tripped over first base twice. So fielding the ball. So I don't want to get on him too bad. But, yeah, he ate it round in second. Look at this joker. The tires they probably weren't properly inflated. Rounded a little too quick.
We got Joe. Hey, we got Joe in here.
That's Joe?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
You guys didn't even know who he was?
Well, he comes
came
on.
To the Skywalker Walker.
He came on the other day.
He's been on here before with his real name. He's got like 5.
Yeah, he's been on here before.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Go Jets.
So cool. Shout out our guy Joe. Right. Shout out. We got to get Joe on here. Talk some MLB with us and everything. He'd be a great person throughout some games and whatnot.
For real.
But I like it. I like where we're at with this 3-leg and everything. Any other thoughts you kind of want to go? We make for a quick show today. Any thoughts you just kind of want to go around, throw out there? What's going on tonight? Obviously, again, we have the Final Four men's tonight. Everything. Kind of what are you guys looking at? What do you want to see and everything? And we'll get going. Start with Sach.
Obviously, the Final Four, we know where we stand. I think we all want, obviously, UConn and Purdue. Sorry. And then, I'm just still rocking with UConn. Obviously, I think they're going to smash them. Or not UConn. Purdue, I think they're going to get NC State. People don't realize, everyone's talking about, DJ Burns, I know we were gassing him up and stuff, but DJ Burns isn't an NBA player. People are talking to him about a lottery pick. That's not his route that he's going. And I think people need to realize that there's a difference between NBA good and college good, and that's DJ Burns. DJ Burns is going to be college good just because he's so big. Obviously, in the NBA, he ain't stepping out to the 3-point line to guard these power forwards. We got small forwards like MPJ that are 6'9". He ain't making it into the NBA like that. But love DJ Burns, great story. But give me Purdue, obviously, to cover that spread. I think they might get them by 10 plus. But all said and done, that's what I think. And then I'll just dip into the NBA real quick. Nuggets dropped the game the other night against the Clippers by a couple points. They're going up against the Hawks again tonight. Nuggets are starting to scare me a little bit just with their bench rotation. There's no solidified, bench player coming off for them like a Christian Brown like last year. He's not really playing that well. No Bruce Brown and whatnot. So the Nuggets game will be interesting. A couple games left, and I think they need to make a push to get to that one spot.
Cool. Yeah, I'm with Sach on that as well. With the, I think you're going to see the Purdue UConn matchup in the finals. I might do a quarter bet on Bama plus the points. I'm staying out of that NC State game because that could be a bulldozer or a nail biter. I have no idea, but I think Bama has the shooters to kind of keep UConn close possibly. So I might just sprinkle a little on the points. I do like the Twins today as well, but I'm not taking them as much as the Rangers getting out there. But getting to the NBA, you guys know I'm on a self-imposed ban to the playoffs. And again, right, look at these Bucks. They lost last night to Charlotte. They lost to Memphis. They lost to the 3 lower teams. They're only to your game today, Sach. Cleveland's 1 game back of them now. So for that second place spot.
That's why I love this play. I think both teams are balls to the wall this morning.
Yep. So it should be good. That's kind of my thoughts on stuff going on today. Of course, you got the Bloodline doing their thing tonight at WrestleMania. But, I'll hold that pick maybe for a video.
Absolutely. Yeah, excited for these games tonight, Final Four and men's. Of course, we had the women's last night. We now have Iowa and South Carolina in the Natty. Caitlin Clark going up against the number 1 team, the undefeated team in South Carolina. Should be a hell of a show. I mean, obviously, that's probably what wanted to see the best taking on the best and everything. So looking forward to that women's game as well when that comes out for the Natty, and then the Final Four tonight. Kind of easy. And if everyone who's been following along with our picks and everything knows, we've been riding NC State the whole time, all the way up until this Final Four point. I think that ends tonight, though. I don't know how they're going to be able to guard Zach Edey and everything. Matchup wise, obviously, I think Purdue has the stronger advantage and everything. So I'm not sure what's going on. That's why I kind of stayed away play wise with this matchup. UConn again as well, going up against Alabama. UConn has just dominated everyone in this tournament. I mean, those guys have just been primed for this and everything. So I believe we're going to get a UConn Purdue national championship, which I think would be awesome. Those are the two juggernauts and things, so it would make for great basketball. So we'll see. Kind of sticking back and watching right now, and where he's at too. I'm just geared up for these NBA playoffs as well. Like I said, Sach and myself killed it last year in the playoffs just because the big time players come to play. You're not sitting anyone or anything like what's going on now while everyone's gearing up for the playoffs. So really just getting primed and having more fun with this MLB thing. I'm getting more and more into the MLB and everything. Like I said, me and E, I know we're definitely into some of these run lines and everything like that. So looking forward to that. But some great stuff, fellas. A 3-leg parlay, guys. If you missed it, just rewind the video on YouTube and everything. We got a 3-leg parlay. Sach will put them out real quick right there. Evan Mobley over 14.5 points. Rangers over 4.5 team total, as well as we got the Dodgers versus Cubs over 7.5 total runs. Really like it, guys. Nice 3-leg going out to you guys. Send us some comments, though. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, guys. If you want to reach out, always reach out. We're happy to talk. We're not going to see your stuff and not, throw it out on the channel or not respond to you guys. We want to hear what you guys are doing, how you're feeling about the weekend, anything you guys are into, and any plays you want to discuss and whatnot. We're always really loving that. But that'll do it for today's show. Any last words real quick from the fellas before we put a bow on this thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little nervous batting leadoff. I don't think I've done it in quite some time. I hope I get us on base. That's all I want to do. I just want to get runners on base. If we all get straight, we all can't hit singles because we don't have a fourth in the lineup, so we all can't be stranded like that. One of us got to hit a double. One of us has to hit a triple, maybe even a home run. Let's hit this thing in the first half, the first couple innings. So that's what we're going to need out of today. We're going to have to grind today. Today's going to be we're going to have to put the reps in. So I'm glad to have it. I love the parlay. I like throwing a little baseball in there.
I like it too.
Kind of a crappy day today for those in Colorado, but get out, enjoy the day, have some fun, enjoy outside, and then watch the games, enjoy that. And for one of you two, or maybe both of you, can one of you guys feed Q when we're done, please? Q's hungry. Can somebody feed Q when we're done?
Yeah,
Someone
he's going to starve.
Q's hungry, man.
He's a couple houses down. He can walk over here and I'll take him.
All right, there we go. All right, guys, have a good night. What do you guys, ZJ?
Absolutely. That'll do it for the BCS Parlay Edition show, guys. We will catch you on the social media. Stay tuned. There'll probably be some singles coming out your way, but that's our 3-leg parlay. Hey, sometimes you need a little bit of aggressiveness, a little energy, and sometimes you need a little decorum. We'll end it at that, guys, and we will catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Have a great